Okay, so we're showing our bracket. We just got a patent on it. It's called the Beast. This is 6, and this is an 8-inch for half-round gutter, and it's designed for an internal quick screw that has no need for a tie strap running back to the fascia or the roof. And these things are bad to the bone. And we'll just sample the 6 right now and show you. So it clips in, and you can use this is our gutter. It's got that clip, but it works on KWM gutter. They do a good job. But I'm going to do first just a straight fascia. So this represents a straight fascia. This screw is long because I'll show you, we've got shorter screws for just when you're screwing it to a flat fascia. But this is, I'm going to use this one because it's what we got right now, and I'm going to show you it goes with a wedge. So right now this is just a standard installation, flat fascia. You start it on the ground. You got your, you just barely poke it through. And so all this is, put these brackets on the ground. Of course, the screw will be about right there. It's going to be about 2 inches or so. I've got a screw for an open soffit, so it will go through just a 2-by and not go back. The screw won't go to the back of the fascia. But just put it up there and you have a line right in the back, and you can just screw it right to the fascia. That baby is massive strong. It ain't going nowhere. I don't know, we did durometer, it's like 120 pounds, 150 pounds, something like that. But if we take a square off of the fascia, simulate, let me get that out of there, simulate this edge, it's perfect. So it's an 8 and a 6. This webbing is huge. There's a lot of design features in this. And, we work with the patent attorney, we got all this thing. We have it cut away so any water that comes down there will drop so it doesn't run water back where the screw is going through the fascia. Plus, it's like a roof over it, so no water gets in the screw to rot that out. It's really nice. And so that's a 6, and the 8's the same way. Now I'm gonna illustrate a wedge now. For that. So I take this off, and if the fascia happened to be an angle, let's just do the 22.5, this would clip over, and you would start the screw the same way. So you're barely sticking through. It's all held, so put in the ground, put all the brackets on, everything's done, whether you're going to a flat fascia or an angle. And let me simulate this to about a 22.5 close. And so you'd have a line there, and you would pick it and say, okay, I'm about right there on the line. You could make the line for the screw and just go in the line and screw it. Okay, so there it's all built out for a wedge. I want to get you underneath in a second. But this wedge has a hole up here because the fulcrum point is very close, and it's not as strong as it's strong, but for a wedge scenario, you need this top screw. Now that baby is strong. Get a shot underneath, Jeremiah. And you can see, like, low underneath there with the gutter. You can see it. It's really low profile, it's strong, it's quick, and there's no tie strap needed. Whether it's a flat fascia or whether it's an angled fascia, you don't need to tie strap back to the roof or back to fascia. So the other bracket's in here, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pull down, and it's just going to collapse. See, it just pulled out of there, snapped the back. I mean, it's a joke. So this broke here, broke the rivet, and if it's K-style, this is still junk, but the pressure goes to the back of the gutter. There's no back in half round, so it just forces it and collapses it. It's just no good. So a quick screw bracket, that you have wedges built all in for it, and that's a 22.5, this is a 45, 37.5, 30, 22.5 goes there, 15, and 7.5. So we got 6 different angles, and we also make one that's flat, and that's for if you wanted to use this with the strong back, that builds that gutter out, the width of the strong back in the back, so you put a bracket every, 30 inches or 60 inches on the outside. You'd have a strong back, and you have a Beast if you wanted to not have so much redundancy on the outside.